friends, welcome back to Relief Tutorials. Yesterday we have discussed basic concepts of trigonometry. Today we are going to recap what we have learned in the previous lecture, because I told you it is very important to remember the basic identities of trigonometry and also in the pattern. See, we have discussed reciprocal pairs. So it is necessary you have to remember this reciprocal pair, and based on this pair we can memorize all the basic identities. Like I told you, sine theta. So reciprocal of sine theta is cosec theta, cos theta. Second basic trigonometric ratio. Its reciprocal pair is sec theta. The last tan theta. Its reciprocal pair is cot theta. So reciprocal of sine, cosec, cos, sec, tan, cot. So I told you, you have to remember this in a pattern. Just look at this table. Sine theta equal to 1 upon cosec theta. Cosec theta is equals to 1 upon sine theta. Cos theta is equals to 1 upon sec theta. Sec theta is equals to 1 upon cos theta. Tan theta is equals to 1 upon cot theta. Cot theta is equals to 1 upon tan theta. Then sin theta, its reciprocal is cosec theta. So product of a number, I told you yesterday, suppose you are 2 by 3 is one number, and product of this number with its reciprocal, of 2 by 3. So reciprocal of 2 by 3 is 3 by 2. So product of a number and its reciprocal is always equals to 1. So based on this we can say sin theta and its reciprocal ratio is cosec theta. So their product will be equal to 1. So sin theta into cosec theta 1, cos theta into sec theta 1, tan theta into cot theta 1. And in the very beginning I told you that two basic ratios are sin and cos. And ratios of sin theta and cos theta is equals to tan theta. So tan theta equal to sin upon cos. Now cot theta is reciprocal of tan theta. So it is reciprocal of this ratio. So that is cos theta upon sin theta is equals to cot theta. So in this particular pattern you have to remember the whole identities. But today we are going to learn few standard identities. See, suppose I consider this triangle ABC. This is 90 degree, and C angle we will consider it as a theta. So now see, we have one identity, that is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. But before this I want to make you few things clear. See, if I write here sin C, it doesn't mean it is a product of sin and C. Don't mistaken it as product of sin and C is sin C. See, without C there is no meaning of this trigonometric ratio. If I write here C, considering angle C, you can say sin C is opposite upon hypotenuse, so you write AB upon AC. So this ratio is decided based on this angle, that is C. So see, if I take sin A, then this ratio will be changed. You have to consider this angle A. So considering this angle A, BC is opposite side. So opposite upon hypotenuse AC. See, the ratio will get changed. So here this A, here it is C. So without A and C angle, there is no meaning of this sign. So it is not a product of A and sine. Okay. And one more thing, if I say square is sin C the whole square, it means you can write this way also, sin square C. Okay. Now we will discuss very important identity, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. See, we will take LHS, sin square theta plus cos square theta. This is LHS. Now sin theta. So I told you sin theta is opposite upon hypotenuse. So opposite is, this is opposite side, okay? We consider this angle, this is opposite, this is hypotenuse, this is adjacent. So now sin theta. So yesterday we have done sin theta is opposite upon hypotenuse. So that is opposite is AB upon AC, the whole square, plus cos square theta. So cos theta is adjacent upon hypotenuse. So adjacent is BC upon hypotenuse AC, the whole square. Now I can write this way: AB square upon AC square plus BC square upon AC square. I will take LCM. So LCM is here AC square. So I will get here AB square plus BC square. Now what is AB square plus BC square? See, being a right angle triangle, AB square plus BC square is equals to AC square according to Pythagoras theorem. So AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. So AB square plus BC square is equals to AC square. Upon we have AC square. So AC square upon AC square is equals to 1. So we can say sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. So this is a very important identity. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. See here, sin square theta plus cos square theta. These two basic ratios. Sum of their square is equals to 1. Now, from here, I can say one thing, see, sin square theta, if I want to find, is equals to this plus cos square theta. When it goes on other side, it will be 1 minus cos square theta. Similarly, if I want cos square theta, then I can write cos square theta is equals to 1 minus sin square theta. Okay, so I'm going to rub this. Now second identity. See, we have taken two ratios, sin and cos. Here 4 ratios are remaining. Now one identity we have that I am going to prove now. See, second identity is sec square theta minus tan square theta is equals to 1. This is second important identity. Question arises, how we got this sec square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1. So what we have already, we have proved this sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. This is LHS, this is RHS. If I divide both LHS and RHS by same number, the value will not change. So I will divide both sides by cos square theta. And cos square theta is not equal to 0. It is a positive value. Why? Because square. So I will divide this now. Sin square theta plus cos square theta here divided by cos square theta is equals to 1 upon cos square theta. Dividing both the sides by cos square theta. Now this cos square divides sin square as well as cos square. So I can write in this manner: sin square theta upon cos square theta plus cos square theta upon cos square theta is equals to 1 upon cos square theta. Clear? Now see, sin square upon cos square. So you know that sin upon cos is equals to tan. We have learned this. So all these identities are quite necessary. Sin upon cos is tan. We have seen, no, tan theta is equals to sin theta upon cos theta. Ratio of these two trigonometric ratio is tan theta. Clear? So now sin square upon cos square. Sin square theta upon cos square theta is equals to tan square theta. Why? Because sin theta upon cos theta the whole square. So sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta. Sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta. So tan square theta. So I can write here tan square theta plus cos square theta upon cos square theta is 1. That is equals to 1 upon cos square theta. So I told you, see, 1 upon cos is sec theta. 1 upon sec is cos theta. They are reciprocal of each other. So reciprocal of cos. The reciprocal of cos is sec. So I can write here sec square theta. Now see, tan square theta, this sec square when it comes here, you write minus sec square theta is equals to, sorry, see here. Now this is sec square theta. Tan square when it goes on other side. So I will write here sec square theta minus tan square theta is equals to, what is left here? 1. So this is our identity. Sec square theta minus tan square theta is equals to 1. Clear? So now from this we can derive two more identities. See, I can write here sec square theta is equals to this minus tan square when it goes on the other side. So 1 plus tan square theta. Okay. Now I want to find tan square theta. So I can write here, say tan square theta is equals to this 1 addition when it goes on the other side. It will be subtraction. So tan square theta is equals to what you will get? You will get sec square theta minus 1. See, you have to remember not only this identity. While doing problems, you have to remember each and everything. Sec square theta is equals to 1 plus tan square theta, and tan square theta is equals to sec square theta minus 1. Why? Because directly you want to apply. In place of tan square theta, you have to write directly sec square theta minus 1. So what I want to tell you is all this C which I have taken in a box, that should be totally clear in your mind. Sec square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1. So sec square theta minus tan square theta will go on other side. 1 plus tan square theta. Now keep this identity in your mind. Now you want tan square theta. So 1 will be moving here. So it will be sec square theta minus 1. Okay. Okay. So we got this identity from our basic identity. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1 by dividing both the side by cos square theta. We have one more identity. That is third identity and final identity. That is cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equals to 1. See all ratios 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all 6 ratios are included here in this 3 identity. Now question arises, how we got this identity? This identity is nothing but it is the derived form of our basic identity. How? Here we have divided both the side by cos square theta. Now we divide both the side by sin square theta. So we will divide both the side by sin square theta. So this identity LHS we will divide by sin square theta. This RHS also we will divide by sin square theta. So now once we have divided by cos square theta and once we have divided by this sin square theta. Now sin square theta upon sin square theta, we can write 1 plus cos square theta upon sin square theta, cos square theta upon sin square theta, and here 1 upon sin square theta. So here it is 1 plus cos upon sin. So now tan theta is equal to sin upon cos. So cot theta is equals to, we have discussed, so cot theta is equals to cos theta upon sin theta. So cos theta upon sin theta, so that is cot theta. Now here is square, cot square theta is equals to 1 upon sin. So reciprocal of sin. So reciprocal of sin is cosec. 1 upon sin square theta. So you will get cosec square theta. Now 1. This cot square will go on other side. So that is equals to cosec square theta minus cot square theta. So we got this. Cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equals to 1. Now from here, cosec square theta is equals to 1 minus cot square on the other side. So we can write 1 plus cot square theta. Now you want this cot square theta. So 1 will move here. So you can write cot square theta is equals to 1 will move here. So cosec square theta minus 1. No need of remembering this derivation, but just for your information, see how we obtain these identities I have derived here. Okay, no need of this at all. So with this we have completed all our identities of trigonometry. So once again we will recap. You have to remember this reciprocal pair. So you know identities: sin theta 1 upon cosec theta, 1 upon sin theta, cos theta 1 upon sec theta 1 upon cos theta, tan theta 1 upon cot theta. Cot theta is 1 upon tan theta. And product of these two is 1. Sin into cosec 1, cos into sec 1, tan into cot 1. Here tan theta is equals to sin theta upon cos theta. Cot theta is equals to cos theta upon sin theta. So all this identity is clear from this table itself. Three more identities, very important identities. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. See, two basic ratios I told you, sin and cos. So sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. Second identity is sec square theta minus tan square theta is equals to 1. So you have to remember that in this identity, the pair of sec is tan, the pair of cosec is cot, and both tan and cot, these last ratios, are negative. So sin square plus cos square, here it is plus, here in both the cases there is minus, and minus goes with tan and cot. Pair of tan is sec, pair of cot is cosec, co, c. In this way you have to remember these identities in every man. Sin square 1 minus cos square 1 minus sin square, sec square 1 plus tan square sec square theta minus 1, not 1 minus sec square theta, see here. Similarly here. So what you have to remember? You have to remember that in square formula, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. This is the basic identity. Two basic ratios, sin and cos. Okay. Then is a pair of sec square theta. Pair of sec is tan. So sec square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1. The remaining two ratios, cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equals to 1. Tan and cot both are negative. Pair of sec is tan. Pair of cosec is cot. I hope you understood this. Okay. So with this we have completed our theory. Now we will do few problems. Okay. See, I am going to run this, but this table is quite necessary. Always it should be in front of you. You go through these formulas, write it as many times as you are able to remember it. Keep on practicing these formulas. So just I am writing the table here, see, reciprocal pair. Sin theta, pair is cosec theta, cos theta and tan theta here, cos sec theta, tan theta, cot theta. This. And three square identities you know, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1, sec square theta minus tan square theta is equals to 1, cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equals to 1. Clear? Now see, we will do our exercise 6.1, question number 1. Sorry, exercise 8.1 here. Now see, really question number 1. In triangle ABC and B is equals to 90 degree, AB is 24, BC is 7, and you have to find sin A, cos A, sin C, cos C. Now see, our triangle in triangle ABC, B is 90 degree. We take here A, here C. Now AB is 24, so I can write here this is 24 centimeter, BC is 7 centimeter, and you have to find the value of these ratios. So you know sin A. So we have seen that if you know that, please recap this. Sin theta, so I told you that is opposite upon hypotenuse. Cos theta, so that is adjacent upon hypotenuse. These are the two things you have to remember. Remaining all the ratios can be obtained. Ratio of sine and cos is tan theta. So ratio of this hypotenuse cancel, so you will get opposite upon adjacent. And remaining, you know, if sine is opposite upon hypotenuse, cosec will be its reciprocal. So hypotenuse upon opposite will be cosec theta. Here cosec theta is equals to hypotenuse upon opposite. And sec theta will be hypotenuse upon adjacent, and cot theta will be adjacent upon opposite. Why? Because they are the reciprocal of sine, cos and tan. I have written sine, cos and tan. Remaining three are their reciprocal. So now we want this hypotenuse. We have two sides of a triangle. Remaining third can be found out by Pythagoras. So I can say in triangle ABC, angle B is equals to 90 degree. Therefore, according to Pythagoras theorem, AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. So now AB is 24. So 24 square, BC is 7 square, 24 square 576, 7 square 49. So you will get here 625 AC square. So therefore AC is equals to under root of 625, that is 25. So we got here AC 25. So we have all the three sides of a triangle. Now we can find any ratios. See, first one, what we have, sine A. So now you have to consider this angle A. Sine A. Sine A is opposite upon hypotenuse. You know that it is opposite upon hypotenuse. So here opposite side is BC. Upon hypotenuse is AC. So BC is 7 upon 25. So value of sine A is 7 upon 25. Similarly, you want cos A. So we will find cos A. So you know what is cos. Cos is adjacent upon hypotenuse. Adjacent upon hypotenuse. So considering angle A, adjacent side is AB. So I can write here AB upon hypotenuse is AC. So AB is 24. So that is 24 upon 20. So in this way we can find ratio sine A and cos A. Now see here, angle is changed. Now second one, you have to find sine C. So you have to consider this angle C now. So if you consider sine C, sine is opposite upon hypotenuse, always sine. Now sine C, opposite side is AB. Hypotenuse is AC. So AB is 24 upon 25. Similarly, now you have to find cos C. So cos C. So cos is always adjacent upon hypotenuse. So considering C, adjacent side is BC. So BC upon AC. BC is 7. AC is 20. You can find tan C, tan A, tan. If they say tan A means opposite upon adjacent. So 7 upon 24. Any ratios you can find. So I hope you understood this problem. I'm going to rub it. Now we are going to do second problem. Question number 2. See, one figure is given. P, Q, R, 90 degree, 12 centimeter, 13 centimeter. You have to find tan P minus cot R. So now you have to find tan P minus cot R. So you have to find, you have 13. You will find QR by using Pythagoras. So according to Pythagoras, then what you can say, PQ square plus QR square is equals to PR square. So PQ is 12 square. QR we don't know. This is 13 square. 144 plus QR square is equals to 13 square, 160. So QR square is equals to 169 minus 1. So QR square, 9 minus 4. 6 minus 24. So therefore QR is equals to. So we got this QR. Now what we have to find out? We have to find out tan P minus cot R. So tan, you know what is tan. Angle is P. So we consider this angle P. Now tan is opposite upon adjacent. So opposite is here QR upon adjacent is PQ minus cot R. R, this angle we have to cover. Tan is opposite upon adjacent. So cot will be reciprocal, adjacent upon opposite. So now cot R, so you consider this angle R. Now cot is adjacent is QR upon opposite, opposite is PQ. Substitute the value. How much QR we have? 5 upon 12 minus. Here also 5 upon 12. Two same values are subtracted, so answer will be 0. So tan P minus cot R is also equal to 0. So this is the second problem of your textbook. Very simple, just apply Pythagoras, find third side and substitute the value. Now, question number 3. If sin A is equals to 3 by 5, 3 by 4, calculate cos A and tan A. Cos A and tan. So we have this problem, question number 3. If sin A is equals to 3 by 4, calculate cos A and tan A. So this can be done by two different ways. See, one is by using Pythagoras and another is by using trigonometric identities. First we will do it by Pythagoras method. So first method is Pythagoras. Now see, this given sin A is equals to 3 by 4. So I will draw one diagram. A, so you have to take acute angle. So I can take here A, I will take B, C, this is 90 degree. Okay, so let in triangle ABC, angle B is equals to 98 degree. Now we have sin A is equals to 3 by 4. A, sin A. So you consider this angle sin. Now sin is opposite upon hypotenuse, so I can write here opposite is BC, hypotenuse is AC, is equals to 3 by 4. Now we have seen, see, if you know that x upon 3 is equals to 5 by 2, so you used to do cross multiplication, so you can say 2x is equals to 15. Okay, here you can see cross multiplication, I can say BC upon 3 is equals to AC upon 4. See, this is one property of ratio and proportion. It is called, I will explain in that sense. It is called alternative. How we have done, see, this is BC, this is AC. So these two terms, this is, if you know ratio, x upon y. This is called, see, if I say x upon y is equals to 5 by 2. So I will write here x into 2 is equals to y into 5. I can write here x upon this 5 is here multiplication, it comes here is equals to y upon 2. So you look at this ratio, value will remain the same. What I have done here, this y will reach here and this 5 will come here. This is called alternative. So here I can apply alternative. We'll go in detail in the latter part of your chapter, all the properties of proportion. But now, till now you remember this, what I have done, see here, both are one and the same. X into 2, y into 5, cross multiplication. Then I can say x, this 5 can come here and this is y, so 2 can go. You look at here what we have done. This y and this 5, they change their place. that is called alternando. So I have done here, and here there may be some value of this ratio. We say let it be k. Say k. See what I have done? Nothing. We have sin A is equals to 3 by 4, which is given. Sin A, so you have to consider angle A. Sin is opposite upon hypotenuse, so I have written BC upon AC equal to 3 by 4. Then I have applied here alternative. This AC will go here, 3 will come here, and that is equals to K, so that we can find the value of BC as well as AC. Then what we got, see here, BC upon 3 is equals to K. So I can write BC is equals to 3K. So I can say now here BC is equals to 3K and AC upon 4 equal to K. So therefore I can write AC is equals to 4. So we got the value of BC and AC. BC and AC. BC is 3K, AC is 4. Now we can find remaining third side of the right angle triangle by using Pythagoras. So now, according to Pythagoras, as a result, this method is called Pythagoras method. I can say here AB square plus BC square is equals to AC square. Now AB square plus BC is 3K. So I can write 3K the whole square is equals to AC the whole square. So AC is 4K. So I can write here 4K the whole square. So now AB square plus 3K the whole square means 9K square is equals to 16K square. So AB square is equals to 16K square minus 9K square plus 9K square when it goes on the other side minus 9. So AB square is equals to 16 minus 9. So 16 minus 9 is 7K square. So AB is equals to under root of 7K square. So that is equals to root 7K. K square. Root of K square is K. So you got AB here. How much you got? Root 7K. So now you have all the three measures of sides of a right angle triangle. Now you have to find cos A and tan A. So very simple. Now we will find cos A. So cos A. So cos A is adjacent upon hypotenuse. So I can write here AB upon AC. AB is root 7K upon AC is 4K. KK will get cancelled, so that is equals to root 7 upon 4. So we got the value of cos A, that is root 7 upon 4. Similarly, you have to find tan A. Tan A. Tan is opposite upon adjacent. So I can write here BC upon adjacent AB. BC is 3K. AB is root 7K. KK cancel. So 3 upon root 7 is the value of tan. So this method is called Pythagoras method. It is little bit longer and tedious. See, very simple. What is given? Sin A is given 3 by 4. Sin A, sin is opposite upon hypotenuse. So opposite A, opposite is BC, hypotenuse is AC. So I have written here BC upon AC equal to 3 by 4. Then I have applied here alternative. So AC will go here, 3 will come here. Now we can find the value of both BC and AC. As 3 will go there, 3K will get, 4 will go there, we get 4K. So we get two sides of a right angle triangle. So third side can be found out by using Pythagoras. So we have found out the third side, root 7K. And when you have all three sides of a right angle triangle, you can find the value of any ratios. So this is Pythagoras method. Same problem we will do by using identities. See here. This is a little bit longer. Now for this you have to use these identities. One thing you have to remember, pair of sine is cos. See, in order to remember it easier, we give few names to this. See, this is Bunty, this is Bug. So we can say sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. So if you have Bunty, you can find out Bubbly. If you have Bubbly, you can find out Bunty. See, what we have sine. We have sine. So using this identity, you have sine. One is there. So only one thing is unknown, that is cos. So you can easily find out this. So what we have exactly? We have sine square A plus cos square A is equals to 1. Here we have angle A, so I am writing A. If we have angle theta, we will write theta. We have this identity. So now you have sine, so you can find out cos. So we can see, so I can write here cos square A is equals to 1 minus sine square. Cos square A, sine will go on the other side, minus sine square. So that is equals to 1 minus sine square. You have sine A, 3 by 4. So I can write here 3 by 4 the whole square. So I will get 1 minus 3 square is 9 upon 16. LCM is 16. So here 16 minus 9. So 16 minus 9, 7 upon 16. This is the value of cos square A. So therefore, I can find cos A under root of 7 by 16. So that will be root 7. Root of 16 is 4. So cos A is root 7 by 4. See in previous case, cos A is equals to root 7 by 4. So this is very simpler by using identity. As a result, it is called identity method. Second one. Okay, so now we got cos, we have sine, so we can find out tan by using identities. How? See, we have identity if you know. Tan A is equals to sin A upon cos A. Ratio of sine and cos is tan. So sin theta upon cos theta is equals to tan theta. So tan A is equals to sin A upon cos A. You have sin A, it is given 3 by 4. You have cos A, just cos A, root 7 by 4. 4 will get cancelled, so you will get 3 by root 7. Tan A is equals to 3 by root 7. So this method is easier. As a result, we will not use Pythagoras method. In all remaining problems, we will use this trigonometric method. For that, you have to establish a relationship among the ratios. If we have sine, we can find cos. If we have cos, we can find sine. If you have sine and cos both, you can find tan. And once you have tan, you can find sec. Clear? And if you have tan, reciprocal of tan is cot. So if you have cot, you can find cosec. That we learn the whole pattern as we proceed further and further in each and every problem. So I hope you have understood this. Please go through the identities in a proper way, in a pattern which I have told you. Just memorize the identities. Try to remember the pair. I told you the pair of sine is cos, the pair of sec is tan, the pair of cosec is cot. Tan and cot has negative sign. In this manner, just remember the identities, keep on writing it so that once the whole identity is clear, the chapter will be quite easier, quite interesting. So please learn the identities. Clear? Okay.